What if you could hack your body to have more energy, focus, and longevity? Biohacking sounds like sci-fi, but it's happening in homes worldwide. Today, we'll explore 1. What biohacking really means, beyond the Instagram trends. 2. 3 simple biohacks with real science behind them. 3. The scary side, when self-experimentation goes wrong. No jargon, just actionable insights to upgrade your health safely. What is biohacking? A doctor's take on the DIY health trend. You've probably heard the word biohacking tossed around in podcasts, fitness blogs, or wellness communities. But what does it actually mean? Simply put, biohacking refers to making small, often experimental changes to your body, diet, or lifestyle in an effort to improve your physical or mental performance. Think of it like a do-it-yourself upgrade, not for your phone or laptop, but for your own body. It's not a formal medical or scientific term, but more of a modern buzzword used to describe a wide range of self-improvement practices. Some are as simple as tracking your sleep. Others involve complex technologies or risky behaviors. Real-life example of biohacking. Imagine someone who wears a fitness tracker like a Fitbit. They start noticing that on days when they get 8 hours of sleep, their heart rate is lower and they feel more alert. So they tweak their bedtime routine, maybe cutting back on caffeine or setting a consistent sleep schedule. That's biohacking in action, using personal data to experiment with changes aimed at feeling better or performing better. Why do people try biohacking? Everyone has their own reasons, but here are a few common ones. They want to fix something they feel is off, like low energy or poor focus. They're looking for more control over their health, beyond regular doctor visits. Some people aim to extend their lifespan, trying to stay younger and healthier for longer. In short, it's about feeling better and being proactive about your well-being. Real-life biohacking. What people are actually doing. When people talk about biohacking, they're often referring to new or trendy health habits, but many of these practices have actually been around for a long time. Let's break down a few common types of biohacking and how they might affect your body. 1. Fasting. Not so new, but still popular. Fasting means not eating for a period of time, and people have been doing it for thousands of years, for religious reasons, cultural traditions, or health. Today, many people include fasting in their biohacking routines because they believe it helps reset their metabolism or improve energy levels. One popular version is called intermittent fasting, where you eat only during a certain window of time each day, like 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., and fast the rest of the time. Why do people fast? Some evidence-based benefits of fasting include supporting weight loss or maintenance, improving blood sugar control, which may help prevent type 2 diabetes, supporting heart health by potentially lowering cholesterol or blood pressure. Real-world example. Think of it like giving your digestive system a break. Just like you sometimes need a weekend to recharge, fasting can give your body a pause from constant food processing. But it's not for everyone, especially if you're pregnant, underweight, or have certain health conditions. Always talk to a doctor before starting a fasting plan. 2. Nootropics, the so-called smart drugs. Another big trend in biohacking is using nootropics, substances people believe can boost brain power, improve memory, or help them focus better. 2 kinds of nootropics. A. Over-the-counter options. These are found in drinks, supplements, or pills you can buy without a prescription. Common ones include caffeine, that morning cup of coffee. It's the most widely used nootropic on the planet. Creatine, often taken by athletes to support muscle recovery, but it's also been linked to improved thinking skills in some research. These nootropics are generally safe in moderate amounts, but they can still cause issues, like sleep problems or anxiety, if overused. B. Prescription nootropics. These are real medications that doctors prescribe for specific conditions like ADHD or Alzheimer's disease. Examples include Ritalin, methylphenidate, commonly used for ADHD. Adderall, another ADHD treatment that helps improve attention and focus. Memantine, Axura, used to support brain function in Alzheimer's patients. These drugs can be very effective, but only when prescribed and monitored by a doctor. Taking them without a medical reason can be dangerous. Why misusing prescription stimulants is risky. Some people turn to prescription drugs for a quick mental boost, especially students during exam season. But studies show that using these medications without a prescription can lead to serious side effects and health problems. Possible risks include anxiety or mood swings, addiction or drug misuse, poor academic performance over time, increased risk of other mental health issues such as post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Think of it like borrowing someone else's glasses. Even if they help that person see better, they might hurt your eyes, or even make your vision worse. Wearable tech and biohacking, the future of personal health? When we talk about biohacking, wearable technology often comes up. These are devices that people wear on their bodies, like smartwatches, fitness trackers, or even glasses with built-in displays. But the world of wearable tech is evolving fast, and some companies are already developing devices that can be implanted inside the body. What can wearable tech do? Most wearable devices today help people track their health, such as heart rate, sleep patterns, or stress levels. Meet fitness goals by logging steps, workouts, and calories. Monitor menstrual or fertility cycles, which can be helpful for family planning or health management. The idea is simple. If you can measure it, you can improve it. Think of it like having a little health coach on your wrist. Implants, the next step? Some biohackers and tech companies are pushing boundaries by creating implanted devices, tiny tools that go under the skin or inside the body. These devices might collect even more detailed health information, like body temperature, glucose levels, or other real-time biological signals. While this sounds like science fiction, it's already happening in small, experimental circles. Does biohacking actually work? This is a tough question. Because most forms of biohacking happen outside of formal clinical studies, there's not a lot of reliable data on what works and what doesn't. That said, some forms do have research behind them. For instance, a recent animal study in nutrigenomics found that fructose, a type of sugar, changed how genes are regulated, which affected how the body handles inflammation, immune function, and overall metabolism. These findings suggest that the foods we eat can influence our genetic expression, though much more research is needed in humans. Intermittent fasting, more than just skipping breakfast. What it is? Intermittent fasting is a way of eating that focuses more on when you eat rather than what you eat. One of the most common patterns is the 16:8 method, eating during an 8-hour window, say 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., and fasting for the remaining 16 hours. What the research says. Intermittent fasting has been shown to help with fat loss, lower blood pressure and heart rate, reduce inflammation, improve blood sugar control and potentially reduce diabetes risk, increase the body's ability to handle physical stress. Think of it like giving your body a break from digestion so it can focus on repair and balance. Small blue diamond cold water therapy. Icy but invigorating. What it is. Cold water therapy includes things like cold showers, ice baths, or swimming in chilly lakes. The water is typically below 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 degrees Celsius, so yes, it feels cold. Why people do it? Some say it gives them an energy boost or a mental reset. Research has linked it to benefits like improved cardiovascular health, strengthened immune system, balanced hormones, better mental health, including reduced anxiety and a boost in mood. But, a serious word of caution. Cold water therapy can be dangerous if done improperly. Risks include cold shock, hypothermia, even sudden cardiac events. If you're interested in trying it, start slowly with shorter, colder showers or mild water dips, and talk to a trained professional if you want to go further. Small blue diamond caffeine, nature's productivity booster. What it is. Caffeine is the world's most widely used stimulant. Found in coffee, tea, energy drinks, and even chocolate, it helps many people feel more alert, focused, and energized. In small to moderate amounts, it can improve concentration, boost productivity, help with mental clarity. But don't overdo it. Too much caffeine can lead to headaches, increased blood pressure, heartburn, sleep issues. Tip: try to avoid caffeine after mid-afternoon to protect your sleep. What are the risks of biohacking? Here's where things can get tricky. In traditional medical research, studies go through ethics committees and safety checks. But many biohackers work independently, sometimes in their homes or online communities, without any formal supervision. This leads to some serious concerns. Safety gaps. Without proper equipment or safety protocols, there's a real risk of chemical spills, biological contamination, or injury. No oversight. There's often no regulation or standardized testing in DIY biohacking. That means no one is verifying whether something works, or whether it's even safe. Unproven advice. Many people rely on information from blogs, YouTube videos, or social media influencers who may not have medical training. This can lead to people trying things that don't suit their body or health condition. Biohacking versus biotechnology. What's the difference? At first glance, biohacking and biotechnology might seem like two versions of the same thing, but they're actually quite different. Biotechnology, the science of living systems. Biotechnology is a formal field that combines biology with technology to create useful products or solve problems. It's used in everything from agriculture to medicine. A simple example: baking bread. When you use yeast, a live organism, to help dough rise, you're actually doing biotechnology. The yeast ferments sugars and releases gas, which creates those soft, fluffy air pockets in the bread. Other examples of biotechnology include producing insulin with genetically modified bacteria, creating vaccines, using engineered crops in farming. Biohacking, the DIY version. Biohacking, on the other hand, is more of a grassroots or do-it-yourself approach. It's often done by individuals, outside of formal labs, who are experimenting with ways to improve their own health, performance, or biology. Some biohackers might borrow techniques from biotechnology, for example, analyzing their DNA to tailor their diet, nutrigenomics. But biohacking is typically more focused on personal experiments and lifestyle tweaks. So, while the two can overlap, biotech is formal science, and biohacking is personal experimentation. Is biohacking safe? That depends. Basic changes, like improving your sleep, diet, or exercise habits, are generally safe and often encouraged. More extreme experiments, such as injecting substances or self-administering hormones, can be dangerous and should never be done without medical supervision. Just because something sounds scientific doesn't mean it's safe or proven. In fact, many biohacks are based on personal stories rather than clinical studies. What about blood testing and data? Some people use at-home blood tests to track things like hormone levels, vitamin deficiencies, or inflammation. The idea is that you can tweak your diet, supplements, or habits based on these numbers. While this can be useful, it's important to interpret these results with care. Misreading your blood work could lead to unnecessary worry, or worse, unnecessary treatments. If you're going to test, it's always a good idea to involve a doctor or trained healthcare professional in interpreting the results. Can biohacking help you live longer? That's the dream for many biohackers. While lifestyle changes like regular exercise, a healthy diet, and good sleep are proven to promote long-term health, there's no guaranteed way to hack your way to immortality. Some people claim success through extreme methods, but results vary, and science hasn't caught up with all the claims. Proceed with curiosity and caution. Is biohacking legal? Most of the time, yes, but there are limits. If you're adjusting your diet, tracking your sleep, or using safe supplements, you're well within the law. These kinds of personal health experiments are generally considered legal and private. But here's where it gets more complicated. Legal gray areas. In the U.S., there aren't many specific laws regulating DIY biohacking at home. Most agencies, like the FDA or USDA, focus on commercial or clinical practices, not what someone's doing in their garage. Still, there are important exceptions where biohacking crosses legal or ethical lines. Examples of illegal or highly regulated biohacking. Using agrobacterium, a bacteria that can alter plant DNA. This is regulated by the USDA because it can affect crops and ecosystems. Culturing bacteria from soil, which might sound harmless, but soil can contain deadly pathogens like anthrax, so it's considered risky and potentially illegal without proper controls. What about other countries? Some countries are stricter. For example, Germany has specific licensing rules for people experimenting with genetic material or human biology, even at home. In the U.S., formal institutions tend to self-regulate through ethics boards, especially when it comes to sensitive projects like genetic editing. Whether you're a biohacking newbie or a seasoned experimenter, remember, your health isn't a race, it's a journey. Show diverse people laughing. Asterisk. Join our biohacking community. 1 like if you learned something new. 2 subscribe for more health optimization tips. 3 comment your favorite biohack or question. At HeInfo, we believe in science-backed self-improvement. Stay curious, stay safe.